with a 66-55 win over Philippine Christian University only last Wednesday. So this is now the third day in a row that Enderun is seeing action, but it seems that they are getting better and better as the days go by. Meanwhile, the Stallions are very excited to make their 19th season debut. Of course, we know both these schools, Enderun and De La Salle Araneta, in the build-up to the 19th NASCO, they both honed their game by playing the PBA D-League. Of course, Enderun as Family Mart and La Salle Araneta as McDavid. And that should serve the players very well. And, you know, watching them in the D-League, you saw that a lot of the players improved a lot, and they carried the improvements into the current season of the NASCO. So let's start with Enderun. They are going to begin. Coach Pipo Nundo will be fielding Pierre-Marie Kwaku at center, Joaquin Mariano, team captain Michael De La Cruz, Austin Veloso, and Mark Nunez. Meanwhile, on the other hand, jumping at center for La Salle Araneta is Henry Iloca, Gab Esteban, and the other players are Balbuena. Let me see, these two other guys, we cannot see it. Anyway, ball batted out of bounds. It will stay with Enderun. So first crack at the basket is by the Titans. All right, Kwaku had a very impressive game the other day against PCU, highlighted by a pair of insane dunks. Meanwhile, we will see his matchup as Henry Iloca with a good read. No, Henry Iloca he tore up the D-League. I mean, he averaged 35 points a game in the D-League. Wow, I mean, and that's against older and more experienced players. And you can say even bigger players, because some of them are even PBA veterans. Another turnover, so far sloppy ball displayed by both these teams. I say they're feeding each other out, and like what I said, in the case of La Salle, it's their first game of the season. Veloso, De La Cruz. Michael De La Cruz is from here. He's from Valenzuela. So we're expecting a lot of his friends and relatives to come over and cheer. De La Cruz, first attempt. No good. Look at that. Again, this will be a very interesting matchup. Of course, when you say matchup, Pierre-Marie Kwaku is starting this game. But Enderun has Collins Wabo Kaptue on the bench, and he can come in anytime. Most likely to replace Pierre-Marie, because Enderun has two foreign players, and our rules state that foreign players can only play one at a time. A slow start by both these teams, and I'm saying that because La Salle Araneta, when they're playing the D-League, they would really light up the scoreboard. No, because they would score in the hundreds easily. De La Cruz with a scoop shot. Of course, one difference here also, in the D-League, it was assistant coach Michael Gonzalez calling the shots. But now, it's head coach Joseph Gumatay who is back to his role as the head coach of the Stallions. Esteban signals the play using the screen by Coreche. Long rebound, kept alive by La Salle. We have a foul underneath. De La Cruz is sprawled on this, you can say, very nice looking floor we have here. It looks so new, so clean. And when you have a floor like this, a venue like this, you should be inspired to play very well. Huh? You're playing in a very nice gym. Foul given up by Esteban, pushing on Mark Nunez. Of course, Mark Nunez, a graduating guard for Enderun. For Enderun. Austin Veloso was our best player during our first game. He had 17 points on 5 3-point shots. Meanwhile, it was Michael De La Cruz who was the best player last Wednesday. He also had 17 points against the Dolphins. De La Cruz will try a three. Yes! And that's his calling card, all right? Michael De La Cruz, ever since he came into Enderun, he had the reputation as a shooter. He carried over from his stint with Batangilas. Okay, a foul is called, so it's going to be a sideline inbound for the Stallions. All right, you got the Enderun Titans. And just before this game, the AMA Titans lost to the St. Clair Saints. And later on in our main game, our fourth game, we had the Manuel L. Quezon University Stallions. So we have 2 Stallions and 2 Titans here in the NASCU. It's a good thing they're in separate groups. Or else it will be a sports casting challenge. We have 2 teams with the same moniker. De La Cruz to the cutting Pierre Marie Kwaku. All right, Briones thinking about it. All right, they want isolation. Double screen to Henry. Jumper on the way for LaSalle is short. And they give it to the captain, Michael De La Cruz. Veloso. Veloso shakes off his defender. One-hander, Veloso, no. Nunez. Fresh shot clock here for the Titans. 5-0 in favor of Enderun. No score yet for the Stallions. And Kwaku loses the ball. Ball bounces on his thigh. Poleche. Stallions now upping the intensity. And a foul is called. Who's it against? Oh, it's on Joaquin Mariano. Okay, first one is short. So no points yet for Salle Araneta. We played almost 4 minutes. Second one on the way for the Stallions. Oh, 2 misses, so still no score for LaSalle. Nunez attacking. And he had to change his shot with Iloca in front of him. He had to loop it. Briones using the screen. Iloca has it. Back to Briones. LaSalle uncertain what to do. Instead, they dump it now to Iloca. Iloca against the... well, of course, Iloca should take advantage of his experience over Kwaku. Of course, Iloca on his second year with LaSalle. Kwaku, a rookie for Enderun. Mariano to Nunez. Shot clock winding down to 6. Veloso can hit this. Nope. All right, first substitution of the game for both teams. We have a new player coming in for Enderun and also LaSalle. So for LaSalle, it's Luis Batumbacal, number 6 with the ball right now against De La Cruz. A handoff. We're doing like a Harlem Globetrotters here. Batumbacal and Batumbacal. So that's a good substitution here for Coach Gumatay. Batumbacal with the first points for LaSalle. Let's see how De La Cruz. Oh, De La Cruz gets the 3 points back. And we know when Michael De La Cruz gets his gun going, it's automatic. Ball saved to De La Cruz. Mariano. The big boy is running and Mariano loses it. Okay, new player here for Enderun. This is Carl Ian Baclay. Baclay! Mariano with the putback, no good. We have a foul. By the way, this rookie, Carl Ian Baclay, he's from Far Eastern University. So he's a baby Tamaraw who grew up to become a Titan. It's nice to know that more and more high school prospects are choosing the NASCU as their destination for college. Mariano, first free throw, short. Score remains 8-3. Okay, Mariano now will make the adjustment. Second one coming for Joaquin. Two misses. But Maliano gets the ball back, so good hustle. De La Cruz sees the opening. He will challenge Ilocos defense. Nope, ball tap. Won by Kwaku, and Kwaku will pop it in. 2 more points for Pierre-Marie Kwaku from Cote d'Ivoire. That's where he's from. Meanwhile, Henry is from Nigeria. A new player also coming in for Coach Gumata. This is Julius Felix Lorenzo, number 11 for La Salle Araneta. Lorenzo is on his second year, a recruit out of the La Constellation College High School in Manila. Iloca in traffic, and he draws the foul. Of course, this is a concern for Coach Pipo and his assistants. They know that Henry is averaging 35 points a game in the PBA D-League. So they have to find a way to limit his production. Well, maybe fouling Henry will be a good option because, as you see, Henry missing his first free throw. 2 misses. So I guess that's a good strategy. The Haka Henry. Nunez, series of moves, does it to the paint, drops it off at the last second, and Kwaku rewards his teammates' confidence. Stallions on the attack. They will backtrack. Aquino hands it off to Batumbakal. Rob Aquino. Iloca thinking about it. Nope, Batumbakal gets it. Again, the weave. Lorenzo, no. Rebound, Baklay. Nunez, no look to the streaky Kwaku. Kwaku had dunk intentions there. Nope, Batumbakal. You know, LaSalle should take advantage of the fact that Enderun was still reading. Batumbakal, nice form, but no basket. Magdenburg, that's the way. Easy layup for Emmanuel Magdenburg. And now Coach Joseph Gumatay would like to talk to his Stallions. Enderun on top, 40-3 with 2:40 left. Stay with us. We'll be back for more for United Nascu from Olfu, Valenzuela.
Energy, speed, endurance. Do you have what it takes to compete? Fuel up with Pure and boost your performance. Pure. Live faster, live higher, live stronger.
Welcome back to Live Action. Andy Servino here at the Rise Tower of Our Lady of Fatima in Valenzuela City. Thank you very much to our friends from Pure, Mr. Hill Cortez. Thank you very much for supporting the 19th Naasku. Oh, look at that! Look at how they forced the turnover, and Magdenburg. That was a poor timeout by Coach Gumatay. They turned the ball over, and now it gives 2 more points to Magdenburg. They dump it inside to Iloca. So far, so good. Enderun is doing a good job because, like what I said earlier at the start of the game, their concern is how to limit the 35-point per game production of Henry Iloca. Because if when you think about it, if Iloca is averaging 35 points against older, bigger, and more experienced players, and how much more here in the Naasku, where he is going to go up against players of his own age. All right, Henry for free throws. Another miss for Henry. So again, the fouling Henry tactic must be paying dividends so far. Oh, that's... Whoa! Baklay hit the floor with a loud thud. But he looks okay. He is made of strong materials. You know, these young players, all they have to do is, you know, just shake a little bit, do a little shake, little shimmy, and they'll be good to go again. Their recovery powers are quite fast. Okay, Baklay will shoot another free throw. Yeah, you can hear that thud. But then again, you know, this new gym here at Our Lady of Fatima, you know, the material, the wood, you can say is quite soft. And it can cushion the impact of falls like that. And you can see also that the ball, if you can hear the audio on your screen, you know, you can hear that the bounce of the ball is quite nice. And at the same time, also aside from the bounce of the ball, you know, when you hear the footsteps of the players on the court, you can hardly hear it. So that means we have a very soft court here. Mulville is in the game for the first time, Edward Mulville, but he hands it off to the wrong person. Lorenzo on fifth gear. Lorenzo, chase the block by Magdenberg. Abednego Green in the game for the first time. Green, hand off to Sacundo. Hesitation, they turn it over, but they get it back. Who has it? That ball's a hot potato. Nobody can touch it. So Sacundo gives up the foul to end that mad sequence. So at the line, Rob Aquino. And this Aquino, like the more famous Marlo Aquino, also wears number 13. First one is good for Aquino. Well, of course, he doesn't spin the ball around his waist before a free throw like Marlo Aquino. Mulville to Green. Right, Green using the screen by Magdenberg. Green now will survey. By the way, the Titans are going all Filipino right now, as Pierre-Marie Kwaku has sat down to rest, and but surprise, surprise, Coach Pipo is not putting in Collins Wabo Kaptun, because I talked to Wabo the other day. He said he is still not yet 100%. All right, Mulville with the free throw. Second one coming from Mulville. So one of two for Mulville. Now this is a chance now for LaSalle to take advantage with Kwaku sitting down. No, Iloca should try to dominate his smaller opponents like this one. But we have a preemptive foul given up by who's it against? It's on Sacundo. So I guess we might see Sacundo and Magdenberg alternate and try to stop Henry Iloca. But if you look at the numbers so far, Iloca, finally a free throw by Iloca. Let's see if Iloca can go 2 for 2. Split for Iloca. And fouling Iloca has proven to be a good option for the defense. But then again, they might foul out one after the other. Tanchoco missing. Tanchoco gets his own miss. And when the three-point shooter gets the offensive rebound, that's an indictment of the box out of the team of LaSalle. Air ball. Compared to the first two games, this is a time we're seeing Abednego Green play quite early, because in the first two games, Green had limited minutes. Of course, Green is a rookie out of St. Clair College. He finished grade 12 earlier this year. That's why he is now free to join any collegiate team that he wants to. He is not a transfer. He is a high school graduate. A fresh high school graduate, Abednego Green, the young man on your on the free throw stripe right now. Of course, Abednego, part of the champion St. Clair Junior Saints of last season. Aquino against Sanchoco. Lorenzo attacking, yes! And Batumbakal simply grabs Green. Of course, Green is a very shifty player. So Ilonggo will sit down, and but I believe this will be a short rest for Henry. He will be back very soon, that's for sure. 20-9 is our score. 27.5 seconds left in the first. Green, good on the free throw. Lorenzo having trouble. And a turnover. So good defense there by Mobile to bother the passing lane of Lorenzo. Magdenburg attacking. Magdenburg with 6 points. Take note, Magdenburg has 6. LaSalle has 9 as a team. But Umbaka looks at the clock. Shot clock is off. Last shot time here possibly for the Stallions. But Umbaka using the screen. But Umbaka, he had a three-pointer earlier. Hand off. So it's going to be free throws here for Liniel Albejera, a returnee from last season. So Albejera, number 15, at the line. The backup big man for Salle Araneta. And despite this big lead, 23-9, Coach Pipo of Enderun given a warning for complaining. Albejera gets ready for a second free throw. No good this time. But they get it. Lorenzo scoop shot. No. And the buzzer sounds. So, after 10 minutes, our score 23-10 in favor of Enderun over Salle Araneta. We'll be back with the second period in its entirety. Stay with us for more of your 19th NASCO live from Our Lady of Fatima in Valenzuela City.
Energy, speed, endurance. Do you have what it takes to compete? Fuel up with Valley Pure and boost your performance. Valley Pure. Live faster, live higher, live stronger.
Guard. For a good one quality of a good point guard is, when he's bringing the ball down, he's already looking forward and surveying the field. National team. Hook shot, yes. And he caught Iloca flat-footed on defense there. When you have somebody as big as Iloca guarding you, the hook shot is a good option. Aquino. And he traveled. That's obvious. Nunez streaking down. Gives it to De La Cruz. Long bomb. No. Battle for it. Won by... Wait, De La Cruz is hustling for it. Referee says last touch on a Stallion. New player coming in for La Salle, number 73, Van Peña. And you won't miss him with those pink and yellow shoes. And that's the second triple for Michael De La Cruz. Batumbakal. He attacks. Batumbakal forcing the issue. Nunez. To De La Cruz. Moville. Magdenberg. Now it's Nunez's turn to fire and he is rewarded. So the extra pass finds the open Nunez. 3 points for Enderun. 32-12. 20 is the lead of the Titans. This is their biggest. And hopefully for La Salle, it will stop at that. They will inch closer, make this game exciting in the second half. Lorenzo will try to get the points back. Nope. Ball tap, won by Batumbakal. Batumbakal hesitating. Take his time. He will use the Iloca screen. Iloca rolling to the basket. But look at that. As Iloca rolls to the basket, two white shirts ready to meet him on defense. Nunez in transition. No. What? Did I hear it right? Did I hear it right? Francis Sacundo fouls out with 6 minutes and 32 seconds left in the second period. Wow! We'll be back after this commercial break. Stay with us. This is the 19th NASCU. All right, we got confirmation. Yes, you heard it right. Until now, we still cannot believe that Francis Sacundo has fouled out with 6.5 left in the second period. Of course, all those 5 fouls were done just grabbing and trying to stop Henry Iloca. And this is a major development here for Coach Pipo. Peña with the 3. Okay, I got it now. His shoes are SpongeBob. When he passed by in front of me, I saw the SpongeBob motif on his shoes. All right, Pierre-Marie Kouakou answers with a 2-pointer. Let's see. Iloca! All right. Oh, hopefully, this will be the start of a rally for La Salle. All right, Martin Dice is in the game for the first time. One of the energy guys off the bench for Coach Pipo. Bakla is blocked. All right, Stallions. Briones! No. You know, I understand La Salle is quite near here. Of course, La Salle Araneta is in Malabon City, but I noticed that on the way here, there was a road sign that said this way to La Salle. So there's a sign along MacArthur Highway. Of course, this gym is in a building of Our Lady of Fatima near MacArthur Highway. Dias. Turn around, one-hander. Mariano is good. The defense was too far. They did not put a body on Joaquin. Lorenzo. Met by Dias. He will not use the screen by Briones. Instead, Lorenzo attacks, and he is denied. But still, the ball will stay with the Stallions. 12 on their shot clock. Briones, he had a toe on the line. Baklay with the rebound. Quickly in transition are the Titans. Mulville passes to the wrong person. Stallions. Layup. Ah, great block. Good anticipation there by Carl Baklay. I still cannot get over that fifth foul this early by Francis Acundo. I mean, this is the first time I've seen that. I mean, somebody falling out. Not even halfway through the second period. Right, Dias met by Esteban. Dubs it to Mariano. Mariano attacks the basket again. Another rebound by Iloca. Iloca will dribble. Iloca will trigger the fast break. Back to Iloca! Woo! The rim is still shaking. The goal is still shaking. Steal by Peña, almost. Hustle. Who has it? Referee says jump ball. Jump ball. And the possession arrow will rule in favor of. Let's wait for the announcement. So the arrow in favor of Enderun. Now Coach Pipo will call a timeout. They're ahead by 20, 39-19, 4:19 left. And we'll be back. You're watching the 19th NASCO live from Arlida, Fatima, in Valenzuela City. Stay there, please. All right, despite this 20-point lead, Coach Pipo Nundo would like to discuss some matters. Of course, Coach Pipo, he wants to make sure that his team will execute their plays as planned. Now, there are some coaches actually, who are, as long as the team executes the plays, they're happy. But of course, it's obvious, deep inside, they want to win, of course. Peña, pass was too strong. But then again, who will not notice pink and yellow shoes? And then his uniform is green. De La Cruz! Yes! And if I'm not mistaken, that's already the third three-point shot for Michael De La Cruz. And like what I said earlier, Michael is from Valenzuela. He has family here. Well, talking about three-point shooting, if you want shooting, Francisco Tanchoco can give you that. And for sure, Francisco, his shooting will definitely come in one of the games. Of course, he had a slump in the last game, but expect Tanchoco to bounce back today. Iloca rolled to the basket. Iloca having trouble. Dias slicing. Dias! No, we have traveling on Dias. All right, Green will replace Dias. Green hounding the ball carrier, box and one. Now they shift to a zone, 2-3 zone. Iloca from 16 feet. No good. Ball will stay with LaSalle. Two and 58 left. Oh, this is a very fast third period. You know, considering that Enderun, no, despite being ahead considerably, is in the penalty. Meanwhile, if you look at their scoreboard, LaSalle has only one team foul. Well, a big factor, of course, for the early penalty of Enderun was the fact that Francis Sacundo picked up his fifth and final personal foul with 6.5 left. Tanchoco to Green. So they're playing pressure defense at the backcourt. Let's see how this will play out for both sides. Tanchoco to Green, back to Tanchoco. Top of the key. De La Cruz open. No, we have a foul. And De La Cruz will hit, he will try to hit 3 free throws. So at the line, Michael De La Cruz, the local boy. And for those who still don't know, Enderun is located in Taguig City, right inside McKinley Hill. So you can say that Michael, well, he doesn't really travel to home to Valenzuela every day. He stays somewhere near his school. But this is his home, Valenzuela. It's where the De La Cruz family is from. 45-20. 25 is the lead of Enderun over the debuting De La Salle Araneta University Stallions. Oh, scoop shot! Gab Esteban with 2 points. And that breaks the long silence of LaSalle. Hey, LaSalle is pumped up now. You can say they caught Enderun napping a bit. All right, Carl Baclay will come back to replace Michael De La Cruz. Free throw time here for the Stallions. First one is good. Second one coming for LaSalle. Of course, it'll be a very interesting halftime huddle here for Coach Joseph Bumatay as they will try to overturn this 20-point lead of Enderun. All right, more free throws here for LaSalle. So it's good. 21 is the lead of Enderun. Maybe more with this possession. Tanchoco! Nope. They get it back though. Tanchoco! That's an obvious offensive foul. And we could hear the body contact all the way here at our broadcast booth. Of course, we are located at the midcourt line. All right, so inbound time here for LaSalle. Now, hopefully, you know, they could string up some points, get some positive momentum entering the second half. All right, Mulville will come back to replace Tanchoco. Hand off. Briones, kick out. Yes! Now LaSalle is cooking. It's down to 18. And here's the steal. So a more of a preemptive foul given up there by Enderun. And usually that's the case, when when the ball is stolen from you, there's a big chance you might as well grab. It's a combination of frustration and preventing the potential fast break. Right at the line, number 3, Gab Esteban. First one is good. Again, if you're LaSalle, you want to streak up some points before the end of the first half and carry that momentum into the second half. Of course, they allowed Enderun to build this lead, but of course it can still be undone. There's a lot of time. Backing, you see? Look, LaSalle is playing good defense. They're forcing a lot of turnovers. All they have to do now is to capitalize on these turnovers. New player also here for Enderun, number 99, Chavez. Foul given up by Green. It's an early foul. Only the first foul on Green. So again, at the line, Gab Esteban, who has been very busy today from the free throw stripe. You're expecting it would be Henry who would be the most fouled player on LaSalle's side, but today so far, it's Gab Esteban who has been shooting the most free throws. Nunez will return. He will replace Abednego Green. Nunez out at the backcourt. Nunez having trouble. Nunez at the base, at the sideline. He gets it to Mulville. Mulville. Baklay all day. Yes! Quickly in transition. Ombao gets 2 points. I guess Enderun celebrated a bit. That's why LaSalle took advantage. Nunez will fire a 3. Too strong. And Chavez cannot save it. Another chance for LaSalle to inch closer. Like what I said, the goal for LaSalle is they have to cut the difference to a manageable level before halftime. Ombao. Very loose defense. Ball will stay with LaSalle. So baseline inbound to be performed by Dennis Ombao. Somebody has to pop out. Taking too much time. Lobs it to Iloca. Iloca. No. Iloca keeps it alive. Esteban dumps it inside to Iloca. Iloca will get the basket and the foul. As Mulville is the guilty party. Well, check that. Referees give the foul to number 99, Chavez. Iloca drew the double. Iloca completes the three-point play. And don't look now, it's down to 14. Nunez. You see the screen. Baklay hit a triple earlier. Mulville. Nope. Baklay. Inside, but he loses it. It will stay with Enderun. And we have Coach Pipo calling a timeout with 22.8 seconds left. So might as well call your timeout because you can't carry that over to the second half. And stay with us for more of your 19th NASCU from Our Lady of Fatima in Valenzuela. All right, 11 on the shot clock, 22.8 seconds left. I guess, Coach Shabiba wants to make the most of this possession. Maybe they can practice a play. Oh, here's a steal. On bow. On bow. And I like the energy being exuded by Umbao. Maybe his team can build on that in the second half. All right, Nunez is fouled by Albejera. And surprise, surprise, the Stallions are not yet in the penalty. That's only the third team foul. Oh, Nunez was surprised. Wow, he loses it. He was not expecting that. What shot was that? 9 seconds left. Oh, chase down. What a block by Iloca. Last shot time here. Half court heave. Wow, what a wild ending to that first half. And the score says 48-36. We'll bring you the second half after a few reminders. Stay with us. You're watching the 19th Lasco from Our Lady of Fatima in Valenzuela.
Energy, speed, endurance. Do you have what it takes to compete? Fuel up with Belly Pure and boost your performance. Belly Pure. Live faster, live higher, live stronger.
Welcome back. You're just in time to join us for the start of the second half, the third period. Andy Servino here, live and direct from the third floor of the Rise Tower here at the Our Lady of Fatima campus in Valenzuela City. Our score reads 48 to 36. 12 points is the lead of the Enderun Titans over the De La Salle Araneta University Stallions. Of course, the Titans riding on the hot three-point shooting of team captain Michael De La Cruz in that first half. But all of a sudden, the Stallions getting momentum towards the end of the first half as Henry Iloca, and as we speak, Henry Iloca has now woken up. You know, Henry Iloca had a slow start, and that it really affected the game of the Stallions. Meanwhile, Pierre-Marie Kwaku answers with a hook shot. Of course, Kwaku was also a big factor in the success of Enderun in that first half. So let's see if he can sustain that in the second half. Lorenzo missing. Loose ball picked up by the Stallions. Patumbakal. Good defense there by De La Cruz. Coleche lobs it inside, and it's too strong for Henry Iloca. Nunez against Patumbakal. Maliano rolling after that pick. Instead, it's with Kwaku. De La Cruz, hounded by Lorenzo. Kwaku. Back to Mariano. Hand off Nunez. Nunez! And Nunez will shoot 3 free throws. So first foul by La Salle. And Enderun also with 1 foul. This will mean 3 free throws for Mark Nunez. First one trickles in. So 2 more free throws for Nunez, who I understand is about to wind up his diploma this academic year. 1 more. So that's good news for Mark. He has earned his. He will be earning his diploma later this year, or this academic year. Patumbakal for 3. Too strong. Nunez quickly. De La Cruz. De La Cruz cross court to Veloso. Kwaku. Alright, they'll slow things down. Instead, Kwaku attacks the basket with a hook shot, and he traveled. Lorenzo. Met by Nunez. He dumps it inside to Iloca. Patumbakal. Spin move to the basket. Too much spin there. And look at Nunez just elude the defense. Wrapping the ball around him, and Nunez with the reverse, no good. Mariano's there for the offensive rebound. Mariano, big fake, and he will get the basket. And the foul. Well, he got a big fish there in Henry Iloca. Rob Aquino will come back. And he will replace Patumbakal. So I'm guessing it's going to be Lorenzo now who will play the point guard position. Meanwhile, Mariano completes his 3-point play. And ups their lead 55 to 38. Briones. He will wait for his teammates. Gives it to Lorenzo. And he's playing point guard as expected. Briones against Veloso. Oh, great defense. So tight. Shot clock is winding down. Do they know it? They know it. And they miss it. After this game, we have another game between the Philippine Merchant Marine School Mariners and New Era. So hope you can join us for that. Oh, look at that. Authoritative rebound by Iloca. You know, venting his frustrations there. Hopefully that will fire up his team. Lorenzo with another miss. They're not waiting for Iloca to establish his position. As Veloso gets 2 more points on the layup. And Henry Iloca is a very frustrated young man. I can see he is simply talking to his teammates. Of course, I will not be surprised though they're behind by 19 points. So he's trying to fire up his teammates. Aquino, yes, and that should spark a rally for LaSalle. Nunez, kick out. Veloso, he can hit this. Yes, he does. Of course, Veloso had 5 of those on their first game last Monday, wherein they beat Holy Angel of Pampanga. Of course, we'll be seeing the Guardians next week for their next game. They do not have a game today. We'll see them, I think, on Tuesday when we go back to the Marikina Sports Center. So hope you can join us there for our games this Tuesday. We will have 4 more games this Tuesday at the Marikina Sports Center. But that's thinking in advance, okay? After this, we have 2 more games today here at the this beautiful gym in Our Lady of Fatima, Valenzuela. The possession will be with LaSalle. They are trailing though by 19, 60-41, 19-point lead for the Enderun Titans. Briones to Iloca, and Iloca is fouled by Kwaku. That's a good idea, right? Get Kwaku into foul trouble, force Coach Pipo to sit him down. But then again, even when Kwaku was sitting down in the first half, the result was still the same. I mean, Enderun was just as effective in maintaining the lead that they established with Kwaku as the starter. Second free throw coming for Iloca. It's good. Maliano gives it to Nunez. Strong pass. Michael is open. Nope. Rebound, Iloca. And he will give it to Lorenzo. Crossing the timeline. 5.5 left here in the third. Lorenzo. Ombao with a runner. No. Cleared by Nunez. Nunez. De La Cruz. Instead, it's with Kwaku. And Kwaku, well, we thought he would dunk, but instead he goes for a finger roll. Same effect. 2 points. Same result. And you use lesser energy, so more efficient. Lorenzo. Aquino. Aquino will attack, and Aquino draws a preemptive foul. Again, both teams are not yet in the penalty, so that's not a shooting foul. It's just a preemptive foul. Abednego Green will come back to replace Mark Nunez. Lorenzo. Oh, he slipped. Ball is loose. Recovered by Aquino. He slipped again, but it's recovered by the Stallions. And Lorenzo is open. And Kwaku was a second late on defense. 17-point lead now for Enderun. Down to 17. Kwaku, ball stolen by Ombao. And Ombao will... Oh! Ombao loses it to De La Cruz. De La Cruz will challenge Iloca, and De La Cruz does the foul. Again, challenge Iloca, get him into foul trouble. That's a good idea for Enderun. Uh-oh! That's the 4th personal foul now on Henry Iloca. And that's very bad news for the Stallions of De La Salle Araneta. At the line, team captain of Enderun, Michael De La Cruz. Well, they're playing against De La Salle Araneta. But of course, Michael De La Cruz, a LaSallian, in high school at LaSalle Green Hills. Of course, you have this thing called One LaSalle. Doesn't matter if you're from LaSalle Green Hills or LaSalle Araneta, or in the case of Joaquin Mariano, LaSalle Sobel, you're all the same. One LaSalle. De La Cruz. Good on the free throw. Francisco Tanchoco is back in the action. Let's see now. Hopefully, Tanchoco has cleaned his gun and he can shoot three-pointers again like last season. Bow, no look. Albejeda was surprised because Albejeda is in with Henry Loca nursing 4 fouls. Baklay. Oh, what a move. But well read by the defense. Green. Shot clock down to 14. Tanchoco. Oh, still no go. Maybe in the fourth quarter, Tanchoco can start hitting those threes like last year. Esteban now will replace Lorenzo. So we put in the more experienced Esteban. Esteban now will receive. And 30 left in the third. Esteban, crossover. Oh, another killer crossover. Ombao. Briones. Not yet. Green with the rebound. Baklay. Oh, great feed to Mariano. Yes. Look at how the big boys of Enderun are running, huh? Ombao. Ah! Another public display of rejection for Kwaku. Pierre-Marie, you're a very bad boy, you know, with that block. Esteban will fire. Short. Tanchoco says, hey, come here. All right, Green, bring down the ball. Green met by Esteban. Dribbling display by Green. Has it to Kwaku. To Mariano. Mariano can hit this. Nope. They keep the ball though. Poor box out by LaSalle. Green. What a move. Playground move by Green. Everything but the shot. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to see all the games of the 19th season of Naasku. Please subscribe and also follow us on social media. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram using the username Naasku2001. And you can do that during this timeout. Stay with us. You're watching your 19th Naasku live from Fatima, Valenzuela. Two and 32 left. This is the third period. Andy Cervino here, live and direct from the Rise Tower in Our Lady of Fatima, Valenzuela City. Enderun in control, 66-45, and they steal the ball again from Salle Araneta. Baklay to Green. Green sees the opening. Green changing hands in mid-air. Yes! And his teammates like that. Abednego Green. Esteban. 2 minutes left in the third. We still have 10 minutes of the fourth after this. Lots of time for LaSalle to come back. You know, Kwaku simply changes shots just by being there. Green again. Oh, Green. And it's safe to say by the third. This is their third game. This is the best game of Abednego Green in an Enderun uniform. Albehela traveled. And again, I'll repeat what I said. Kwaku changes a lot of shots just by being there. We have some substitutions. Okay, Lorenzo, I believe, will come back. Yes, he reports to the scorer's table. Oh, Magdenburg, by the way, is also back. You know, Magdenburg put in 6 quick points in this brief stint in the first half. Oh, we have a foul. Both teams not yet in the penalty. That's why this is a very fast third period. Oh. Okay, we have a technical foul on LaSalle for delay of game. They had a warning earlier, so this is a this means free throws now, and Francisco Tanchoco will do the honors, and hopefully, you know, this can help Tanchoco get his shooting form back. I mean, we are missing his three-point shooting from last season. The first one is no good. Not good on the technical free throw, but ball will stay with the Titans. They'll inbound from their backcourt. Baklaya will do the honors. Look at that, jockeying for position. Giving Baklaya a hard time to decide. Instead, Magdenburg gets it. So he'll hand it off to Green. Green. Burst of speed. Oh, good steal by Lorenzo. Lorenzo now will put on his... Nope. Uses the ball. Baklay. Baklay attacking, and Esteban did not establish position, so he'll be called for a foul. But then again, look at this. Baklay, you know, when you see his physique, his body type, you'll be surprised that he runs the floor very well. Something like a smaller version of his teammate, Joaquin Mariano. Chavez is also in the game, number 99 for Enderun. So you can see that the coach Pipo is trying to maximize his bench. Of course, everybody has played except probably for Collins Wabo Kaptue, because we know that he's injured. He's not yet 100% healed from his knee injury from last season. And they're taking it slow, though they don't want a relapse. But then again, PMRE Kwaku doing a good job. Esteban, as for the clear out, series of screens. Esteban sees the opening, and he draws the foul. Only the 14th foul for Enderun. Enderun's been playing honest defense. At the line, Gab Esteban. And it rims out. I know these little things are piling up for LaSalle. And they don't want to fall behind that much, so they can still have a chance of winning this game with a big rally in the fourth. 14 points is very manageable. It is attainable. Of course, they have to believe that they can do it first. Magdenburg met by the double at the backcourt. They try to they force a turnover. Good defense. Kenneth Balbuena. Nope. Ball tap. Won by Enderun. Stays with Enderun. Okay, sideline inbound to be performed by Carl Baklay. Still a lot of time. Possible that the ball will go back to LaSalle for the final say. And Daes steps on the line. Good defense there by the Stallions. It's like making the sideline a sixth defender. Try to keep the ball carrier close to the sideline. So it's like having an extra defender there. Lorenzo, kick out. Instead, they will try to set up. We have 4-second difference with the game clock and the shot clock. All right, so it's going to be LaSalle ball with 14 on the shot clock. So there's a chance ball will go back to Enderun for the last say in the third. Let's see. Taking too much time. Lorenzo. Shot clock winding down to 7. Lorenzo will shoot. No. Rebound. Won by. Referee says what? All right. Referee says LaSalle ball. 6.6 seconds left. No more shot clock. So last basket time here for LaSalle. And hopefully they can convert and have momentum entering the fourth. It's only 14 points. This lead is very manageable. Oh, there's a big gamble here by Coach Gumatay. He is bringing in Iloca, 4 fouls in all, with 6.6 seconds left. Meanwhile, upon seeing that, Coach Pipo quickly dispatching Francis Moville. So the coach is now in a chess game. Iloca better be careful. Oh, Iloca. That was meant as a lob for Iloca. Instead, they give it inside. Iloca gets 2 points. And he gets a bonus. So good substitution there for Coach Joseph Gumatay. Now we were expecting Iloca to come back perhaps midway in the fourth period, but this is a big gamble on the part of Coach Gumatay. Iloca completes the 3-point play. Now Iloca has to watch it. He does not want to pick up his 5th foul with this final second. And the heave goes nowhere. And at that, our score at the end of the third period says 70-49, 21-point lead for Enderun over De La Salle Araneta University. Stay with us for the fourth and deciding period. You wouldn't want to miss that. You're watching the 19th season of Your Nascu live from Our Lady of Fatima in Valenzuela. Start of the fourth period, 70-49. Ante Cervino here at the beautiful Rise Tower of Our Lady of Fatima. And our score is 70-49, 21-point lead for Enderun. They have controlled this game since the opening tip. Iloca. Now Henry Iloca is playing with 4 fouls. That's why we'll see how Henry Iloca will figure in the defensive scheme of things for Coach Joseph Gumatay. Because you know, when you have 4 fouls, you have to second guess your moves on defense because you do not want to pick up your 5th foul and be disqualified from this game. What do we have here? Oh, foul. It's on Emmanuel Magdenberg. So quickly after that, less than around, that's 45 seconds, Coach Pipo bringing back Francis Moville and Joaquin Mariano, replacing Magdenberg and another teammate. who I did not see. Ball goes out. Nunez has done a good job quarterbacking this team. Michael De La Cruz, open. Yes. He's loving this court. Patumbakal, handing off. Briones. Now, Briones has been silent today. I remember last season, Briones was one of the reliables of Coach Gumatay. Well, of course, aside, of course, from Henry Iloca. Nunez. And see, that's what I'm saying. Look, Iloca, he just allowed Nunez to breeze past him instead of challenging him because he's afraid of picking up his 5th foul. So at the line, Jonas Briones, and I'll repeat what I said earlier, Briones together with Batong Bakal, they were among the reliables, the returning reliables of Coach Gumatay from last season. Of course, some of the players of La Salle have either graduated or moved on or have not made the team this year. But like what they say, focus on what you have. Do not focus on who's not here. So for Coach Gumata, he has to make the most of his lineup right now. Building around Henry Loca. Meanwhile, Veloso punctures the hoop for 3 points. Lorenzo met by the double. This has been a common ploy for the Enderun defense and it has worked wonders. Batumbakal attacks, feeds Iloca, too strong. Batumbakal, battle for it. And also Iloca, even if they're on offense, Iloca has to be careful because in his battle for the rebounds, he might be whistled for his 5th foul also. He may inadvertently push his opponent. De La Cruz, handoff, Veloso, Nunez again. Nunez has done a good job bringing the ball to De La Cruz and Veloso, but an offensive foul is called on Michael De La Cruz. He was spotted kicking. He was extending his foot while shooting his jump shot. Of course, some players say, I shouldn't be called that foul because that's the way I shoot. That's how I get my lift, my momentum. But no. Referee says no because, your foot might just kick an opponent and that might start a fight. We don't want that. Nunez. Again, like what I said, Nunez doing a good job getting the ball to his scorers like Michael De La Cruz. Not this time. Good box out. Denying the basket to Kwaku. Lorenzo exploding to the basket. Another block, but Iloca is there to clean it up. "20-point lead for Enderun. Clock winding down to almost 6 minutes. La Salle has to make their move right now. De La Cruz. Cross court. Veloso. 2 gunners on the floor for Enderun. Veloso. Missing. Briones behind the back dribble on the break. Foul given up by De La Cruz. Okay, now 4 personal fouls now on Michael De La Cruz. And because of this, Coach Pipo Nondo has brought back Carl Baclay. I guess he wants to preserve Michael for the last minutes of this game. As I always say, you want to have your best players on the court during the final seconds or even the final minutes of the game. Iloca will hand off to Batumbakal. Foul given up by Baclay. So at the line, Jonas Briones for 2. First one is good. 6 and 9 left in the ball game. After this game, we will have the Philippine Merchant Marine School Mariners against the New Era Hunters, and that's going to be a good one. We got a lot of good players on both these teams that will play after this. Iloca. All right, we'll give it to his point guard. Just past the 6-minute mark here in the fourth. Lorenzo hemmed in by the defense. And the shot clock expires. That will not count. That will not count. Oh, it will count. It will count. All right, apologies. Yes, that counts. Credit that three-pointer to Briones. Nunez. Veloso to the post, Mariano. So here's the thing. You know, Nunez has the luxury of passing to either side of the court. Well, this is when Michael De La Cruz was in there. He had two shooters on both corners. And if that's not possible, you know, the shooter can always dump it to the post to either Mariano or Kwaku. So very easy job today for Mark Nunez. Briones with the ball. He will use the Iloca screen. Mariano a bit late in defense. Nunez. Nunez will hand off to Baclay. No. Mariano there. No, still. Mariano again. And this time Mariano is fouled to end the madness. At the line, Joaquin Mariano. First one on the way. Very unusual or very unorthodox free throw shooting style by Joaquin. It's not exactly the textbook form that they teach in summer basketball camps. But hey, as long as it goes in, we're not complaining. Especially the fans of Enderun. 80-60. Even 20-point lead now. Lorenzo will fire for 3. Too strong. Kwaku, rebound. And I like the discipline of Enderun. They always try to give the ball to the point guard, Mark Nunez, for him to run it down the floor. That's just on the shot clock. It's going to be a baseline inbound for the Titans of Enderun. Meanwhile, Esteban will come back to replace Julius Lorenzo. Baclay, hand off to Nunez. Nunez, no good. And Veloso, oh, jackknife move to the basket by Austin Veloso. (82-60). 22 is the lead. Hey, Esteban with a 3-point shot. No, only 2 points. It's only 2 for Esteban. So baseline inbound here for La Salle. Oh, profane language. That's not nice. We have a technical foul for using profane language. We will not repeat what they said. Unless we get into trouble with the Censors Bureau. Alright, free throw time here for that technical foul for using profane language. But sadly, the Stallions unable to capitalize. Still a big 20-point lead staring on their collective faces. Enderun much in control, 82-62 with 4 minutes and change left. Baseline inbound, lob to Iloca. Iloca can make this. Nope. Resting underneath, won by the Titans. Nunez has it. Nunez and Esteban simply slaps Nunez for the foul. Veloso will hand it off to Nunez. All right, met by the defense. Nunez sees the opening. Oh, good read. Stallions now on the gallop. Stallions. Aquino. Fancy dribbling. 3-pointer on the way. It's no good, but Kenneth Balbuena will learn his points the hard way from the free throw line. Francisco Tanchoco is back, replacing Carl Baclay. Well, it's safe to say this should be the finishing unit for Enderun. Maybe give or take a substitution or two. But this should be more or less the finishing unit for Coach Pipo. Free throw time for the Stallions. And it goes in. Good. That's good. So one more for La Salle. And 2 for 2. And one more free throw. Because it was a 3-point shot. It was being attempted. Three for 3. 17-point lead for Centro Escolar. Nunez being guarded by Aquino. Almost losing it. Stallions are hustling. Tanchoco will do the inbound. Okay, so 30 on the shot clock here. Magdenburg is back in the game. So is they hand it over to Kwaku. Magdenburg will attack the basket, but he is fouled. Okay, 5 fouls now. But before that, we have a timeout called by Enderun. And we'll be back. You're watching the 19th season of Your NASCU live from Our Lady of Fatima in Valenzuela. Three minutes and 20 seconds left. 82-65. 17-point lead for Enderun over De La Salle Araneta University. Titans in possession. They can add to their lead. Depending on how this pans out. Veloso for 3. No. Iloca rebound. Now the Stars have to move quickly if they want to win this game. Aquino. No. Iloca cannot control. It's with Magdenburg. Hands it over to the point guard Nunez. Nunez met by Batumbakal. Nunez as for pop out. Tanchoco finally! And his teammates are very happy that Tanchoco has finally hit a three-point shot after a long, long time. Hopefully, this will be the start of him getting his shooting back. Tanshoko, one of the more reliable shooters of Enderun from last season. At the line, Henry Iloca. The story here is this. Henry Iloca picked up his fourth foul sometime in the third period. And ever since then, he has been, you can say, a non-factor on defense as he is trying to avoid his fifth and last foul and set out the balance of this game. Veloso to Tanshoko. Veloso thinking about it. De La Cruz will ask for a clear out. Gets it. Tanshoko, same spot, same result. So 2 3-pointers now, back to back for Francisco Tanshoko. Watong Bakal. Iloca inside, yes. Last 2 minutes, it's winning time. Oh, Henry is sprawled on the floor. And that must have been a very hard foul on Henry. You know, Henry takes some time to get up. And Henry is still on the floor. And this is already becoming a cause of concern. You know, the longer stays on the floor, the more concern that the more concern this will cause. Well, hopefully Henry's okay. Yep, he's okay. He's able to stand up and walk to the bench on his own power. That's a nice sign. A little bit rattled though, out of that heavy thud that he got. Okay, so they're trying to work on Henry, and he is lying down on the floor in front of their bench. Meanwhile, it's going to be Enderun Titans basketball. Nunez to Magdenburg, and that's a travel. No, because the LaSalle players thought it was a traveling. Instead, Jonas Briones is called for the pushing foul. At the line, number 4, Emmanuel Magdenburg. Of course, he's part of the Magdenburg brothers of Philippine basketball. All right, second one coming. So, 3-pointer there. Still 90-72. We're just waiting for the final score. Oh! It looks like Enderun is making an effort to hit 100 points after that triple by Austin Veloso and a possible 4-point play here for Veloso. Well, who knows? Maybe Enderun might hit 100 points with a minute and 29 left. Let's see. In our first game, St. Clair hitting 100 against AMA University in their win, their second in a row. At the line, our best player from their first game, Austin Veloso. All right. Another failed offensive there for LaSalle. Chance now for Enderun to pad their lead further. Again, with our format, these final margins are quite important because you'll never know that in case of a tie, we will resort to the point differentials to determine who will win the tiebreak. So that's why in our format, every point is important. So in this case, don't be surprised if you can see the players still try to shoot the ball, despite the result being almost a certainty. They still continue to shoot the ball and jack up the score because you'll never know again when you need those extra point differentials in breaking ties. At the line, Emmanuel Magdenberg. First one is good. Second one for Emmanuel Magdenberg. Biones. Bounce up the rim. Big rebound by Tanshoko. Again, we're just waiting for the final score. Daes will try to get his name in the papers. Not yet. He'll earn his points the hard way. But it's nice if you can see your name in the newspaper tomorrow, like a great newspaper like Bulgar. Boses ng Pinoy, Mata ng Bayan, only 10 pesos at your newsstand. Daes missing his first free throw. Veloso will sit down. New player here coming for Enderun. I believe it's the first time that we'll be seeing him in 3 days, in their 3 games in 3 days. This is player. Meanwhile, Tanshoko is all alone. He will not be fouled. They'll just give it to him. Look at that. Daes still playing defense with 16.9 seconds left. That'll be LaSalle ball. Peña having trouble. He's too far from the basket. 8 seconds left. He has to fire. They hand off last second. And on that note, we end this ball game. The Enderun Titans, last year's runner-up, victorious over the debuting De La Salle Araneta University Stallions. Our final score 100-76, 100-76. That's our final score. And we'll get to talk with our best player of the game in a few moments. But first, we will try to secure our best player, bring him over here to the broadcast booth. Of course, so many players played well for Enderun. And again, we will choose one best player and we will talk to him here. Yeah, we'll just wait for our best player. Of course, some of these teams, they leave the gym at once and try to get their post-game ceremonies quickly done with. Of course, you can see on your floor right now, coming in the court, our next game is going to be the Philippine Merchant Marine School Mariners going up against the New Era University Hunters. Okay? So we'll bring that game to its entirety after a few minutes. Okay? So do we have our best player? Who's our best player? Okay. All right. Our best player is no other than Michael De La Cruz, number 77, team captain of the Enderun Colleges Titans. Michael, I think I've seen you before. Last game, of course, he was also our best player last game. No, Michael. Now, Michael, how different is this win from the last? It seems that it's a game na to, you finally also got your groove going again.
Yes, this game we just want to gain our momentum coming to our next games, and then we just want to utilize our new players so that they could adjust to our system, and we want to be aggressive in every game so that we could be more composed and be mentally prepared in the next games.
Okay, Michael, I'll ask you a personal question. Okay, okay lang, personal question. How does it feel to play in front of your kababayans here in Valenzuela?
It's very overwhelming in playing this game because as we can see I'm surrounded by Valenzuela people that wants to support Enderun men's basketball, and I just wanna shout out all the fans watching Naasku, especially the people in Valenzuela, to keep supporting Naasku and play the play in playing basketball. That's it.
All right, I see your friends are all over here. So, Michael, we have one more game after this. It's going to be the New Era Hunters against the Philippine Merchant Marine School Mariners. So, again, stay with us and we'll bring that game to you after this commercial break. Stay with us for more of the 19 Na School live from the Our Lady of Fatima in Valenzuela City.